Yo, what's up, everybody? You know who this is. So, while I know everybody's enjoying Brandino covering a series on the Twitch channel, I wanted to take time to cover this pretty big Group B matchup with five big booms versus Vancouver Impact Challengers. So, the series did just conclude, so please, no spoilers. But we're gonna go over the replay right now, and actually, we kind of see here they were nice enough to send us the draft for game one. So we see five big booms. B wanting the Kindred, which we know Haku loves the Kindred, loves playing it. And Vancouver ends up going a pretty decent like mid jungle deal. There's a lot of CC coming out of Galio, which Lee Sin doesn't have access to early, and Lee Sin obviously is pretty goaded for his damage early, especially if he gets a kill or two. He can snowball quite heavily. We see the Zillion Ezreal come out, and then Kaisa is the response here. So, all in all, you see Kaisa just trying to choose dive with the Galio, and isn't too worried about getting poked out of the Zillion Ezreal lane. But then we see five big booms kind of throw the curveball here in the Soraka into the Braum here. So Zillion is going to go mid, and then there's Shen. So we see something similar to the Cal Poly comp, where you have Shen, Zillion, Kindred on top of a carry. The support was Renata Glass in that comp. In this case, it's Soraka. So it serves a much more interesting combo. I think with Ezreal, though, he's not known to being the greatest DPS. Some Ezreals pull out, that extra 5 to 10% of DPS here. But Cal Poly ran it with a Jinx, which I think hyper carries are much better suited for this comp. But we see Vancouver Impact with the Braum, with the Mundo. So a lot of tank stats that this Ezreal and Kindred's got to go through. Uh, and then there's a boatload of dive with the Galio Lisa in here. So we'll be kind of curious to see how this game goes. Um, so let's pull this up. Let me pull up the chat here. And away we go. And here we go.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Ain't no way, Kindred Zillion? Yes, there is a way. You're looking right at it. So, we did see Cal Poly run this comp very,
30 seconds.
very successfully. I believe that was against KCA, actually. And the comp looked absolutely disgusting to deal with. So, I have a theory of how to deal with it, but that's just one laner's perspective. Oh, Pixelated. I see you in the chat.
Minions have spawned.
Oh, that's a phase rush Galio. That's unique. See, a lot of mids pull out the Zillion pick here. Not sure what they see in it, because I'm not really too sold on his mid. But we'll see how Salt builds it, because he is pretty goated. Alright. For the most part, fairly quiet early game here. We see the junglers getting finished up with their full clear. So we'll see what they want to attack. Kindred Mark does end up coming onto this bot scuttle here, so Lee Sin's going to grab that. Shen just eating all of these briefcases here getting thrown at him. Oh, nice shield from Zweb, actually, there. Pixelated, ends up flashing to get away from that. Oh, Zweb going after Salt here. Ends up getting slowed down, has to flash away. The cardinal sin of alt-tabbing while recalling? Yeah, I can't do that. Definitely cannot do that. massive. Yeah, Mundo's definitely having his way into the Shin here. Hey, being up 20 CS at 5 minutes is quite impressive. But we'll see what this Shin. Oh, he didn't even get a back off. Yeah, this is a really feels bad moment. Excuse me. I see Galio eat forward here. Salt slowing him down. Soraka's here. Galio no summoners. Soraka preliminaries into silence, so try and zone him off. But nice of MLAC to walk towards this jungler and away from Haku to dodge out that gank. I do like Vancouver here responding with a dragon, seeing that not only Haku's top side, but also like it's a double tier team comp, so they're not even close to being online yet. Mundo ends up popping the ult and the ghost here to run away, and Mundo just goes where he pleases. That Ezreal stopped the bot lanes from backing, so a little bit of extra credit there for Shanti. I don't think she was purposely aiming that way, just trying to push the wave, but it ends up working out. Oh, nice stun by Salt. Haku getting stunned up here. Soraka trying to keep him up. Shen ult does come down. Nice Shen ult. Galio ult does come through as well. And that's a first blood going over to Haku. See Haku continuing to go here. And ends up flashing and getting the last auto off on the pizza here. So 2-0 start by the 5 Big Booms team here. So Vancouver looks like Zweb is trying to sneak away these grubs here. Also interesting that 5 Big Booms didn't immediately go after grubs after winning that fight. So, even though they got the first 2 kills, Zweb ends up getting these grubs. Oh. Double ward. This shit is so far behind here. And even though there's 2 kills, all of this plate gold and the CS gap up top is got 5 big booms down by about 800 gold, and I think yeah, almost all of that is the Mundo. Demolish Gabur. So, overall, we see that this short-paced game, I feel like it's favoring 5 Big Booms. Though, I will say Vancouver Impact has still quality amounts of scaling, especially as Heartsteel on Mundo. Like, he's going to be able to stack it a lot on this Shin. Let's see, how many marks does Kindred have? Kindred has 1 mark, so that's also kind of a feels bad. So, we see Salt speeding up RuneScape here. Shen ult comes through, ends up taunting. Galio ult comes down, only hits 1 here. Shorty ends up getting the Feats of Warfare for 5 Big Booms here. He's in the backline causing some space. Soraka trying to do what he can. Shanti free firing, but the rest of this front line's pretty tanky here. And this Mundo might be able to get some work done. Haku ends up getting revived from Salt's ult here. Ezreal ult ends up taking out Mundo. Haku ends up getting another kill. Stunner ends up flashing in there. And that ends up being a 4 for 2 for the side of 5 Big Booms. And a dragon on top of that. So 5 Big Booms now having the gold lead. Up by like 300, so virtually not much of a gold lead at all.
Will soon fall.
I do like this pickup by Haku. I didn't notice it till now. The Blade of the Rune King. I think that's a really solid pickup for Kindred, seeing how beefy of a team she's going to have to take down. But Shorty's just going to end up losing this turret here. And that's the first turret feat going over. Haku trying to help out, but ends up getting kicked and taken out there with that turret falling down. So that's a shutdown. Going over to... Oh, that was not a shutdown. His gold lead up topside just continues to grow here. We do see the Rift Herald getting taken here, and that will give them, yeah, feats of strength. Haku actually just jumps on Stunner and ends up getting the kill there, and then gets a stack from this Gromp. See a nice stun coming out of Salt here. Pizza ends up getting the ult out before he ends up falling. See, MLAC getting kind of jumped on here. Gets stunned up by Salt. Keeps eating multiple slows, but the combination of Hollow Radiance plus the increased armor from those boots help out. Rift Herald getting used bot lane here, so this bot lane turret's going to fall quickly. I think the big concerning factor for 5 Big Booms here is not only is Mundo on 2 items, he's going to be really, really unkillable here. Is this Kaisa is also on 2 items. So this Kaisa is going to be able to burn through a lot of team members really fast. It's just Kenshi with all of these revives and can't die ults out there. You see a nice pick coming onto MLEC. Big Galio ult. And Stunner ends up taking out Shorty here. Nice kick. Oh, nice kick by Zweb to get Haku out, but Haku's getting healed up by Soraka here. Salt by default kind of on the bot side here. The rest of the AD carries end up coming in here. Zweb ends up kicking back in. Stunner now ulted to the backline here. Takes out Soraka, which means he's going to be able to clean up. No, he doesn't. Shanti has enough damage here. It ends up being a 3 for 2 with Haku chasing. But Haku's actually running into a boatload of poke. Mundo's regening up from Warmogs. And yeah, that's actually a good call out from the chat. Kaisa, no boots here. That feels really bad without upgraded boots. I would assume Mundo does buy boots on this next back. Shorty ends up getting TP'd on by Galio, but trying to escape. Casper ends up spawning bot lane. 5 Big Booms doesn't have the quickest take on Otacon here compared to Vancouver. There's the completed boots by Mundo here on this back, so just waiting for Kaisa to get this influx of stats here. dodges here by Shorty. And Pixelated and Salt doing the best vision war ever. Let's see here. You do got Shen top lane with the ult. So Raka gets upgraded to level 10 here. Second bomb doesn't land on Galio, so no stun, but Haku's end up chasing him quite a bit. I think the problem with this 4-1 setup by 5 Big Booms is Shorty doesn't have the greatest amount of wave cleared to this Mundo. Shanti ends up getting caught out here. Zillion ult used on her, but she does not fall here. So that's Zillion ult down. Slow coming out here by Salt. Mundo's going to end up taking this top tier 3. Shorty had a chance of winning this, but Mundo ult ends up turning it. Shanti ends up coming down here to help. See if she can take care of this Mundo. She does. So that's a 5-0-4 on Ezreal. Ezreal did not bring TP here, so... That's Lee Sin ult used here. Shen pushing out topside here. Mundo comes up in 9 seconds, and Mundo does have TP plus Ghost. Dragon is up. They are bursting this dragon down relatively quickly. That will tie up the dragon count to 2 apiece. And the gold is virtually even here. Shanti ends up getting the anti-heal on this last back here, so I think that's really clutch. Gotta stop the Mundo healing. Here they go again. Trying to chase down this Mundo. Vancouver not in a position to attack Otacon here since jungle showed topside. But instead they're invading this topside jungle here. So maybe a potential fight. Nice stun coming out of Salt here. You know, MLAC kind of walked back into it.
Mocked by the void.
Nice fight here in the mid lane from the ADCs. Ends up snowballing into the other team members. Rocket ends up healing though Shanti. So Stunner had to burn both summoners. Shanti just had to burn the barrier here. Let's see, this next fight is going to result in either a dragon or an Otacon take. Whoever gets dragon will be on soul point here. Gold now about 2,000 in favor of Vancouver Impact. So let's see how they want to play this out. Got some tank stats coming in for Lee Sin here. Full completed Unending Despair for Mundo. Shen now on 2 items. Haku ends up queuing forward here. They're trying to 50-50 this drag. And Kaisa ends up getting it. Redemption comes out here. Galio ults. Mundo in here trying to get a boatload of Heartsteel procs. Salt battling Stunner on the outside. And no one ends up falling off this dragon fight. Still chasing though. Shanti ends up chasing Mundo to the mid turret. Shanti, she's now 6-0-4 on this Ezreal.
Do you need assistance?
Well, 5 Big Booms finding a pick potentially on the pixelated pizza here. And they find a pick while their squad is on Otacon here. But then, they got Baron getting taken here. Let's see how this one ends up going. They're rushing over to Baron here real quick. I think they got just enough time to take it. But how is their escape route going to be? Nope. They're just going to end up walking away. So trade Otacon for Baron here. Stunner did have enough knowledge to push his mid wave. So they get a mid lane tier 1 off that. We see them trying to pick off Mundo here again. Haku gets sped up. His web's here to kind of help cover. Salt's going to back to catch this wave from Galio. I honestly think it should be Shen, just because of the Shen ult here. Oh, and MLAC just ends up just blowing up Salt there before Salt could ult. Nice E. Ezreal should not get the assist. Does not with that E backwards. So, MLAC getting an inhib and trading 1-for-1 there. Pretty big for the side of Vancouver. He does get a Seeker's Arm Guard after this, so that'll be pretty big. And they keep trying to find picks on this Mundo. This Mundo is just so insanely tanky. 600 stacks on Heartsteel. It's actually insane here. And Red Team ends up getting the Dragon Soul here. Triple Chemtech. Plus Chemtech Soul on this Mundo is going to be just nasty to deal with. I feel like now you need more anti-heal on the side of 5 Big Booms. Now let's check on how many stacks Kindred has here. 7 stacks, jeez Louise. Well, that's a big change compared to how the early game started to go. my lord, Mundo's just one-shotting some of these turrets. It seems like Pizza ends up getting caught out here a little bit. Oh, no, never mind. Oh, Shorty's just, like, getting turbo chopped down here by this Mundo. Excuse me. Well, now the whole team's here to deal with this Mundo. The Mundo's just gonna run away, maybe? No! Mundo tried to TP out, but forgot about Soraka Silence. But now they're potentially going after Baron. And that's actually a massive cooldown. Mundo ult plus TP? Like, I understand you're probably still not stopping him from getting bot inhib, but, you know, that's still pressure after this Baron. And Red Squad, really close. Oh, and Haku steals the Baron. Massive pick. What a massive steal by Haku. And now Mundo is just basically... oh my lord. I want to say he's picked off. He probably is, but... jeez Louise. Never mind. I'll shut up. Nah, he will end up getting chopped down here, but man, it takes the whole team to take out Mundo. Nice redemption coming out here, keeping the team topped off. Zweb in the back here, cutting off the wave. Galio backing. Could this be a potential ending? Oh my lord, Shanti, what damage. Zweb coming off from the side here. Nice Braum ult. Shanti ends up sniping down one of the Nexus turrets here, but they do respond. Shanti ends up eating forward and then flashing out. Hopefully she doesn't regret having that flash cooldown. Elder Dragon is up. Let's see if 5 Big Booms want to eventually go back after it. There is super and minions coming down mid-wave here. So Vancouver's going to have to stop the supers. Mundo's trying to create a boatload of space here. They're trying. Elder Dragon's below 50% here at about 30%. So they're still tanking up a lot of damage from Elder. Oh my lord! What a kick into a Galio ult. Haku on the backside here, getting taken down by Stunner. Red team ends up grabbing the Elder Dragon here, so Haku ends up falling. MLAC falls, but you're talking about fighting into Elder Dragon. Stunner's still up here, which I think is the big person you gotta look out for. Salt kind of taking him on a wild goose chase. Shanti's end up trying the back door here. Does not happen. So now we got the situation where Vancouver has some members with Elder Drake here. Oh my lord, that Demolish proc was insane. And this could potentially be an end angle for Vancouver here. Mundo comes in. Shanti gets dove on the back line. Raka ult comes down plus redemption here. One turret went down. Salt ends up getting taken down by Elder. Elder also clips off Haku. Second Nexus turret goes down. And it looks like Vancouver Impact is going to take this game one here from 5 big booms off a clutch Elder Dragon fight. And note, they were only up 100 gold at the end of this game. A massive turnaround here. Sorry, let's move over. Check out some of these stats here. Look at this gold graph. This was an up, back and forth game. I mean, you're up by 4,400 right before the Elder Dragon fight, and then it just ends up coming back to bite you in the ass. So, that is Vancouver Impact taking game one here. And let's load into the next game. Alright, and here we go into
Welcome to
game two.
Summer's Rift.
As we see, I guess Vi Ari was a little overrated. Has to be Malzahar. But Ari does lose pretty
30
handily
seconds
to the
until
Mel.
minions spawn.
So I guess I kind of understand it for the most part. There's nothing Mel can really block.
Minions have spawned.
So I think the big thing that stands out is the Ornn up top versus Mordekaiser. For the most part, we've seen Mordekaiser pretty handily handle that lane. But we'll see if Ornn can stand his ground here. Haku on the Jarvan is also like something a little unique. So I do like the Jarvan to a degree. So we'll see how this game goes.
Plating will soon fall. Dominating. Red team triple kill.
And that is a 2-0 victory for Vancouver Impact Challengers. Sorry for the lack of casting, I had some stuff going on. But, jeez Louise, Mordekaiser damage.